Imagine stepping into your backyard, but the sky is blocked by a bird the size of a fighter jet. Imagine swimming in the ocean, where the shadow beneath you isn't a whale, but a shark that eats whales for breakfast. We like to think we are the rulers of this planet. But the truth is, we are only tenants living in a graveyard of monsters. Today, we are resurrecting the nightmares of prehistory, the biological tanks, the hyper-carnivores, and the sea titans. Welcome to Wild Lens Commentary. Let's hunt. 60 million years ago, the dinosaurs were gone, but the Earth didn't find peace. It got angry, and it got hot. In the steamy swamps of what is now Colombia, the heat bred a cold-blooded god. Meet the Titanoboa. If you think the modern anaconda is scary, you aren't thinking big enough. The Titanoboa was 42 feet long and weighed over a ton. That is longer than a city bus, and heavier than a sedan. It was the largest snake to ever crawl across the surface of our world. And the scariest part? It didn't use venom. It didn't need it. Titanoboa was an ambush predator. It would wait in the murky shallows, invisible, until the water displaced by its strike hit you. Upon contact, it wraps its coils with a constriction force of 400 pounds per square inch. To put that in perspective, that is the equivalent of the Brooklyn Bridge sitting on your chest. If this creature existed today, the Amazon would be a no-go zone. Modern weapons might penetrate its skin, but you wouldn't hear it coming. You would just feel the lights go out. Let's leave the jungle and dive into the Devonian Ocean, 360 million years ago. This was an era before trees even had deep roots. But the ocean was a war zone. Patrolling these waters was the Dunkleosteus. It grew to about 30 feet long, but size wasn't its weapon. It was a biological tank. Most predators have skin or scales. Dunkleosteus had armor plating surrounding its skull that was 2 inches thick, but its defense wasn't the nightmare. It was the mouth. This creature didn't have teeth. Instead, its jawbones sharpened themselves every time it opened and closed its mouth, forming self-sharpening guillotines made of solid bone. Biomechanics experts estimate its bite force at 8,000 pounds per square inch. That is 4 times stronger than a T-Rex. If you were swimming in a Dunkleosteus ocean today, a shark cage would be useless. It would shear through steel bars like hydraulic scissors cutting through paper. You wouldn't bleed out because there wouldn't be enough of you left to bleed. We are terrified of grizzly bears. We respect their power. But in the Pleistocene era of North America, the grizzly was just a nuisance. The true king was Arctodus simus, the giant short-faced bear. This wasn't a foraging berry eater. This was a hyper-carnivore. Standing on its hind legs, it reached 12 feet tall. But the height isn't what makes it a nightmare. It's the legs. Modern bears have short legs designed for power. The short-faced bear had long, lanky limbs designed for one thing: running down prey. Paleontologists believe this monster could hit speeds of 40 miles per hour. Here is the survival scenario. You are hiking in prehistoric California. You see one. You can't run. It's faster than a racehorse. You can't climb a tree. It can reach the second story of a house without jumping. And you can't hide. Its sense of smell detects you from miles away. If this animal was alive today, national parks wouldn't exist. They would be feeding grounds. We can't talk about extinct rulers without addressing the king. The reason we are all secretly afraid of the deep end of the pool. Otodus megalodon. For 20 million years, this shark kept the ocean populations in check by eating, well, everything. Growing up to 60 feet long, its teeth were the size of your hand. Scientists recently used 3D modeling to reconstruct a full megalodon. They found that its stomach volume was so large, it could swallow a great white shark whole in a single gulp. But let's look at the what if. Megalodon were patrolling our oceans today. Global shipping lanes would be disrupted. Naval sonar would pick up biological signatures the size of submarines. A standard fishing boat wouldn't just be capsized, it would be splintered. We treat the ocean as a resource. If Megalodon returned, the ocean would return to being a forbidden zone. Why do these creatures fascinate us? It's because deep down, we know that our dominance on this planet is fragile. We conquered the Earth because we developed tools, language, and cooperation. But physically, we are soft, slow, and weak. These ancient predators were biologically engineered for violence. They didn't need tools, they were the weapons. The only reason you are sitting there comfortably watching this screen is because nature hit the reset button. Asteroids, ice ages, and climate shifts wiped the board clean. We didn't win the war for Earth. We just showed up after the monsters left. Which of these extinct beasts would you least like to meet? Let me know in the comments below. For more deep dives into the dark side of nature, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, keep your eyes on the shadows.